My fellow Burkinabé, my brothers, my sisters, sons and daughters of this red earth we call home, I address you today not as captain or transitional leader, but as your brother. I am Ibrahim, born of this soil, a soldier who carries his nation's love in his heart. Like you, I look into the faces of Ouagadougou, Bobo Dioulasso, and the villages of the Sahel, and I feel the same fire burning within me. It is the fire of dignity. It is the fire of hope. It is the fire that declares, we have endured enough suffering. We have endured enough shame. The time has come to stand tall. For too long, others have told our story on our behalf. From their comfortable offices in Paris, Washington, and London, they have written about us, making films and broadcasting news that depict us as a people defined by poverty, hunger, and violence. A people who, they claim, cannot help themselves and must forever extend a begging hand. They label me a young military usurper, denounce me as a radical, paint me to the world as an anti-Western despot. They want you to fear me because they fear you, a united people determined to master our own destiny. They want us to believe we are nothing without them, that our only future lies in accepting their loans, their aid, their instructions on how to live. They toss us crumbs from the table of our own wealth, demanding our gratitude. They extract gold from beneath our feet and export the riches of our land, then return to us reports and studies on our own poverty. This is the deepest insult, a colonialism that never truly ended, only changed its wardrobe. Now it dons suits and speaks the language of diplomacy and international finance, yet its aim remains the same, to keep Africa weak, dependent, and chained. But I say to you today, my people, the era of chains is over. The era of begging is over. The era of accepting their narratives about us is over. From this moment forward, we will write our own story. We will build our own future. With our own hands, our own minds, and our own resources, we will forge a new Burkina Faso, one that stands proud and free on its own 2 feet. A Burkina Faso for Burkinabé. This is not a distant dream. It is not a promise for tomorrow. It is our task, and it begins now. The world is watching, and we will show them what the sons and daughters of this land of the incorruptible people can achieve. We must first understand why we are here. To build a new house, we must know why the old one crumbled. We cannot construct on a shaky foundation. Our foundation weakened under decades of betrayal, betrayal from without and betrayal from within. We must speak this truth without fear, for it is this truth that will set us free. For generations, our continent has been a banquet for others. They came for our people, then for our rubber and cotton. Today, they come for our gold, our manganese, our uranium. Burkina Faso is rich. Look at our soil. It teems with wealth. So I ask you, if our country is so rich, why are its people so poor? Where does that wealth go? I will tell you where it goes. Into the vaults of foreign banks, to line the pockets of multinational corporations with no loyalty to our flag or love for our people. These companies thrive on contracts signed by our past leaders more, concerned with filling their own coffers than feeding their nation. They bartered away our birthright for a handful of coins, allowing our resources to be siphoned off while our people remained in strife. That ends today. We reclaim our wealth. We reclaim our story. We reclaim our destiny. Together, we rise. Together, we build. Together, we are Burkina Faso, strong, sovereign, and unified. They stole our wealth in exchange for personal favors, building grand mansions while you eked out a life in mud huts. They drove luxury cars over roads riddled with potholes. This is the corruption that has eaten away at our nation from within, a cancer intertwined with foreign powers. The multinational corporation needs a corrupt leader to sign exploitative deals, and the corrupt leader needs the corporation's money to cling to power. It's a toxic partnership, and the one who pays the price is you, the ordinary Burkinabé, the farmer, the laborer, the mother, the child. When we remain impoverished and weakened, they parade their so-called aid before us, loans from the IMF, the World Bank, and other big banks. My people, these are not gifts. They are new chains, heavier than the old ones. We will fund your school, they say, but only if you slash spending on your farmers. They demand you privatize your water and electricity companies, and they tell you how to run your own country. Is that independence? Is that freedom? No, it is slavery with a smiling face. They want us to be consumers, not producers, to import their wheat, their rice, their used cars, their pharmaceutical leftovers. They do not want us to grow our own food or build our own machinery, for a self-reliant nation cannot be controlled and a self-reliant people cannot be commanded. This is the system we fight today, a global regime of domination. Whenever a leader rises up, as our great Thomas Sankara once did, and dares to say enough, they move swiftly to destroy him. They isolate him, sanction him, arm his internal enemies, and label him a terrorist. They employ real militants to torch our villages and slay our people, sowing chaos so we remain too distracted to recognize our true foe. But we see them now. Our eyes are open. We know who our friends are and who our predators are. We have diagnosed the disease. Now we demand the cure, and it is radical. It is revolutionary. We must believe in ourselves and rebuild our foundation. A country that cannot feed itself cannot be free. A country that cannot defend itself cannot be sovereign. A country that cannot shelter its citizens cannot have dignity. Our rectification revolution is grounded in these simple, powerful truths. First, we declared, the wealth of Burkina Faso belongs to its people. This is not a complex idea. It is a just one. We reviewed every contract with foreign mining firms and summoned them to the table. The era of you taking 90% and leaving us 10 is over, we told them. This gold is ours. This land is ours. From now on, partnerships will be fair, not exploitative, and revenue will flow into our national treasury to serve our people. Some companies balked and threatened to depart. We bid them farewell. We are not afraid to manage our own resources. We have Burkinabé engineers, geologists, and workers. We will learn. We will do it ourselves. It is far better to earn a smaller profit that is entirely ours than a larger one that belongs mostly to someone else. This is resource nationalism, not hatred of foreigners, but love of country. Our fight isn't about hating outsiders. It's about loving our homeland. Our second action was to wage all-out war on corruption. From day one, I declared that the era of impunity has ended. State funds are sacred. They belong to the people. Any official, any minister, any soldier caught stealing will face the full weight of the law. We've slashed wasteful spending. No more convoys of luxury cars for government ministers. They will drive modest vehicles like everyone else. No more needless foreign trips. Our work is here, in Burkina Faso, with our people. We audited the state's finances, uncovered the leaks, and sealed them. The money once stolen is now the currency we'll invest in rebuilding our nation. Our third and most vital action is to depend on our own strength. That means you, the people. A revolution isn't sustained by one individual. It's carried by 22 million. We've launched a nationwide push to boost agricultural output so we can feed ourselves. We will grow what we eat and eat what we grow, ending the shame of importing rice and maize when our land is fertile. I see our farmers working with renewed vigor, knowing the nation stands behind them, that we've mobilized our youth, Burkina Faso's greatest asset. They're not a problem, they're the solution. We're running practical training programs in construction, modern farming, and technology. We've also called them to defend our homeland. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Fatherland (VDP), citizens, farmers, teachers, have taken up arms beside our army to protect their communities from terrorists. They fight for their land, their families. This is true patriotism, building and defending. This is our new foundation, sovereignty over our resources, integrity in governance, and the popular mobilization of every citizen. On this strong base, we can dare to build something extraordinary, something that showcases who we truly are. Today, my people, I bring you the core of my message. I'm not here to unveil a policy or a program. I'm here to share a vision. We will realize with our own hands. We will build an entirely new city for the people of Burkina Faso. This isn't a paper exercise or an election time promise. It's a solemn commitment from your leadership to you. We will construct 50,000 brand new homes. Let me say it again so the world hears, 50,000 homes. These homes won't be sold or rented. They will be gifts to our citizens most in need. This stands as the greatest act of social justice in our nation's history. Who will live here? Thousands displaced by terrorism, who have lost everything. We will restore their homes and their dignity. Poor families crammed into overcrowded neighborhoods, forced to live in inhumane conditions. Young couples who see home ownership as an impossible dream. Our brave soldiers and their families as a token of national gratitude. Teachers, nurses, farmers. Our working people, the backbone of Burkina Faso. But a city is more than houses. A city is a community, a place to live, work, learn, and dream. We're not merely erecting rows of concrete. We're creating a vibrant, living urban center designed for the well-being of every citizen. This is our pledge. Together, we will build the city of hope, where every family has a home, every child has a future, and our nation stands proud, united, and free. People, let me paint a picture of this city for you. We will name it La Cité de Lady, the city of dignity. The homes themselves will be crafted using our own local materials whenever possible. We will shape our red Sahel brick into walls and roofs that stay comfortably cool under our blazing sun. Each neighborhood will boast its own clean water source. No one here will trek miles to fetch water, for water is life, and it will flow freely through our streets. We will power this city entirely by the sun, erecting vast solar grids to deliver clean, reliable electricity to every household, the heart of this city of dignity. You won't find a sprawling presidential palace. Instead, we will build a grand public library and a vocational training center open to all. We will construct dozens of schools so every child has a place to learn, where they study our true history, Africa's legacy of resistance and triumph, inspiring pride in their identity. We will raise clinics and a central hospital focused on maternal and child care. No woman should perish bringing life into the world, and no child should die from a preventable illness. This is our solemn vow that we will designate large swaths of urban land for community farming, giving every family its own plot to grow vegetables, fighting hunger and greening our cityscape. We will build public markets where these families and regional farmers sell their harvests directly, free from exploitative middlemen. And for our youth, we will establish tech hubs and workshops, spaces to learn coding, solar panel repair, machine building, and more, unleashing their genius and empowering them to create jobs for themselves and their neighbors. Now, you may ask, how will we pay for this? Western experts will scoff and claim it's impossible, that a poor country like ours can't fund such an endeavor. But we have changed the rules of the game. Here's how we will finance it. Gold revenue reinvested, the fair share of our gold profits that once flowed to foreign shareholders will now fill a national building fund, that anti-corruption savings every franc saved by cutting wasteful spending, and every franc reclaimed from corrupt officials will be plowed directly into this fund. Local economic circulation. This project will employ thousands of Burkinabé. Our architects will design, our engineers will supervise, and our masons, carpenters, electricians, and plumbers will build. Every franc spent will circulate within our economy, creating prosperity through national empowerment. This is our answer to those who insist we need foreign aid. We reject aid bound by strings. We demand control of our own resources and the power to stop the thieves in our own house. When we do that, we discover we have all the money we need to develop our nation. This city will stand as a monument to that truth and a lesson to the world. And to Africa and the wider world, hear our message. This city of dignity transcends Burkina Faso. It is a beacon of hope for Mali, Niger, Guinea, and every corner of our continent. Watch us. Witness our transformation. Do not heed the voices that tell you impossible. Do not accept the future others have mapped out for you, a future of servitude to foreign interests, of consumer dependency. Together, we will forge a new destiny. Ours alone. You are the sons and daughters of kings and queens, heirs to great empires and brilliant civilizations. The spirit of your ancestors lives in you. Rise up and seize your destiny. Demand that. Your resources serve your people first. Refuse to beg on your own land. Begin building. Begin creating. The future of Africa lies in your hands, not in those of the IMF or the World Bank. To Africa's leaders, I say, unite and cooperate. The alliance of Sahel states, forged by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, is only the beginning. Our strength springs from unity. If we trade among ourselves, build shared infrastructure, and defend one another, we become invincible. Let us stop traveling to Paris and Washington to plead. Instead, let us meet in Bamako, Niamey, and Ouagadougou to plan our destiny. Let us forge an Africa for Africans. And to Western powers who watch us with suspicion and label me radical, hear this plainly. We do not seek to be your enemy, but your equal. We demand respect. For decades you have touted democracy, yet what democracy leaves our people poor day after day? What democracy grants foreign corporations more power than elected governments? We are creating a new democracy, one defined by people's needs. A roof over every head, that is democracy. Clean water for every child, that is democracy. A school in every village, that is democracy. Food on every table, that is democracy. We pursue a democracy of life and dignity. So do not send us lecturers. Send us partners who want a fair deal. Do not dispatch soldiers to fight terror when that terror sprouts from the poverty your system creates. Help us build the strength to defend ourselves. Do not criticize us for reclaiming our resources. Ask yourselves why you ever felt entitled to them. We are a sovereign nation. We will work with anyone who respects us, but we will never again be anyone's servant. That era is over. This city of 50,000 homes is our declaration of independence, not on paper, but in brick and mortar on Africa's sacred soil. My people of Burkina Faso, I have laid out this vision. Ambitious, bold, deemed impossible by many. But nothing is impossible for a united, determined people. The road ahead will not be easy. Building a city is hard work, and rebuilding a nation is even harder. We will face obstacles. Our enemies will try to stop us, discourage us, and divide us. We must not waver. We must stand united as one people, with one goal. From this day forward, let every Burkinabé be a builder. The farmer who grows food is a builder. The woman who carries water is a builder. The teacher who educates children is a builder. The soldier who protects the construction site is a builder. This is our national mission. This city of dignity will stand as a living monument to our struggle and our victory. When your children and grandchildren walk its streets, they will not see foreign charity. They will see the work of their parents' and grandparents' hands. They will touch the walls and feel the strength of their own people. They will know, without doubt, that they come from a nation of proud, capable, and free people. Let us pick up our tools. Let us begin the work. Let us sweat together, labor together, and build together. For our ancestors who dreamed of this day, for ourselves who deserve this dignity, and for our children who will inherit the future we create. The dawn is breaking over Burkina Faso. A new day has come. Homeland or death, we will overcome. La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.